have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Crypto Night Show. Your host Superman in the house. Well, it's the Christmas Eve party in the Northern Hemisphere. It's already a New Year's Day here in New Zealand, of course, Australia and the Pacific Islands. But of course, we're going to be doing two separate shows based on the Northern Hemisphere timetable. And so, yeah, here we are, New Year's Eve. So I hope you guys are having a good party out there as well. And as we say, get out there and share the show on X. And I think there's one or two other live streams on at the moment. So, you know, it's a busy place in the old PulseChain. So here he is. Yeah, smash out the links there and let's get this party started. Share. We've obviously got some huge news today around LibertySwap V2 going live. So that's fantastic. And we're looking forward to them adding in all the hooks. It's going to be pretty exciting. Of course, Batias as well. Batias trading and privacy is going to be pretty amazing. So I think it's going to be exciting. Tru2X is still moving higher. It's hit a massive milestone today, 200 billion pulse, which is incredible. It is kind of our own institutional lending going on here, or institutional buying, I should say, going on. And we're seeing Emmett and I think now Vouch getting some love from that. So that's moving higher against the tide. We're going to check out the PulseChain chart. Of course, it's at all-time lows, so you're able to get into Tru2X and buy Pulse up nice and cheap right now. We've still got a little bit of tax harvesting going on. It's probably, we get a retail book doing that, I guess, to some degree. And yeah, we've got other stuff. We're going to have a look through PulseSend. This is a rising star in the DeFi space on PulseChain. And then, of course, we're going to check out any updates around Coinwell coming from Rack and Michelle and Mr. Wu. So hope you guys enjoyed the show. Nothing yet from Vouch 369, so I guess that's just into January. So we'll talk about that then. And also Tether was supposed to launch as well, but I haven't seen anything around that. I might quickly check during the show, see if there's any update, but that's obviously moving into January too. All right, let's see who else is in the house. We got Crypto League in the house there. Happy New Year, 2026 Pulse, 100%, man. I know that a lot of people are wanting to leave 2025 behind, which is, based on the chart, is quite obvious. We got Rolf Kane in the house there, Superman in the house. That's right. I'm here, never fear. Up and away. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a train. Oh, no, it's Superman. There we go. All right, so very cool. Without further ado, we're going to look at the stock market as well. We've got the final day of the year for the stock market. I think it is. Yeah, final day. So let's check that out as well. And then we're going to get into the crypto majors, see how the returns are going before the end of the year. We're not quite there, but pretty close, and then jump into PulseChain news. So that's kind of the run of the show. So let's kick it in. Let's kick it into gear. Don't forget to hit the repost button on X. We've got the stock market today, S&P 500 in fourth straight loss. So 4 days in a row, but ends the year with bumper gains. How about that? But ends the year with bumper gains. We'll take that. And what do we got? The Dow Jones. In Dow Jones at the moment, down 0.6% of a percent, 303 points to 48,063. S&P 500 is down 0.75%, 50 points to 6,845. The Nasdaq is down 0.75%, 177 points to finish off at 23,241. So those are the results there. You can see we're down off the highs. If we look at the last, look at the last month, I guess was the highs. We're down off, down off all those. So if we go through the different charts, we're up the highs from all that, but pretty amazing. I'm expecting huge numbers for these indexes over the next 2 years under Trump, with the huge GDP that we're expecting. So expecting this to continue to climb, guys, continue to climb. All right, so US dollar at the moment 98, so about 10 points below where Trump came in. Commodities, West Texas $57.40, down 1%. Brent oil down 0.2% there, $61. And gold at the moment off 1.25%, $54, down to 4,332. And we got silver down at $71, down 9%, 9% pullback there. I was telling people, it's you're in the zone to start desaying out of silver a little bit. We are expecting silver to kind of go up over time, but in terms of the first run, it certainly had a good run, having tapering off here. All right, so rotate. So that's pretty much it at the moment on the old stock market. So that's where we finished down a bit, but had a fourth, but had some good gains overall. So let's have a look at the Federal Rate Monitor. With 3 weeks and 4 days to go and 20 hours. So to the 26th of January for the interest rate, we've got 17.4% of the market expecting a 25 basis point cut. At the moment, no change. But we're going to have a lot of drama around the Fed with a new chair nomination, about maybe up to 3 months to put that in, put that position in, and of course the change of the guard by May there. In the meantime, we've got monetary expansion, and we've got we have had a couple of interest rate cuts, right? So that cycle has begun, and that's bullish generally for the markets. But once again, still a little bit of drama here with this little pause in interest rate cuts, not really needed. So we'll see what happens there. Inflation, remember, about 2.7%. Unemployment, and mixed labor market results. So we'll see how it goes as we lead in to the next 3 or 4 weeks. So that's pretty much it for the stock market and crypto market, and interest rate market and things like that. Let's jump over into the crypto market and see how we're going over there. So we're going to go full screen on this, I think. The full screen on the old crypto market. So we're sitting at 3.05 trillion. That's on the market cap right now. So we're down 0.6%. Remember, we've still got a very small market cap, guys, very small. And we've got the perfect lineup in ahead of us in 2026. Bitcoin at the moment, $87,650, down 0.7%. It's sitting at number 1. Number 2 is Ethereum, up 0.5%. So it's a nice little green there. $2,975, sitting below that 3,000. And we've got BNB at the moment, up 0.5% at $864. We got XRP at number 5, down 1.7% at $1.84. Number 7 is Solana, up 0.5%, $125. Tron at number 8 is down 0.7% at 28.3 cents. And Doge there down 4.6%. So a bit of a taper off there for Doge at 11.7 cents. All right, so that's kind of where we are in the top 10. Best performer is Ethereum and Solana, both equal there, and BNB. We've got a three-way there. So we got number 7 there over the last week. So 7 days, we've got the best performer there is BNB, up 2%. Top 100, Canton, sitting at number 31, is the best performer, up 46% for the week. So if you'd been in that, congrats. Number 21 is Leo token. It's the second best performer, up 18%. Zcash, number 23, third best performer, up almost 15%. Midnight, up 12% there at number 72. And Toncoin or Telegram coin there, up 11.3%. So those are the leaders, and a lot of privacy in there, right? A lot of privacy protocols there. So privacy, a big deal. So we're going to see a lot of evolution there. And of course, we've seen LibertySwap today leading the way on the old PulseChain. So, and of course, pushing the boundaries of the tech as well, which is pretty cool to have that on PulseChain. And of course, we've got Tru2X sitting in the background there. But LibertySwap, man, they're really doing the deal, aren't they? The old LibertySwap there. All right, so that's pretty much it overall for the market cap. So, pretty flat day, I guess, for the old majors. What else? We're going to go to the Bitcoin returns. So let's do that. And we can see at the moment we're sitting on negative 3%. So 3.1% down for Bitcoin at the moment. Last year we were down 2.85. So pretty similar results, funnily enough, in the last two years. So yeah, that's kind of where we are. Let's jump over to Ethereum. Ethereum as well is down 1/3%, so not too bad. Almost break even. We said we'd try to get break even. We're not quite finished the day yet, so I don't know, might make it, right? So keep a lookout for that. We'll check that out tomorrow and see whether we actually made a green day. We've still got a little bit left to do. Last year we were down 10%, so 3 times lower than the old Bitcoin. So we'll see how we go. But overall, not a great performance for the year for Ethereum, right? So not great, so great. Couple of good months in the middle, May, July, August. The rest of it, not so good there. All right, so let's see what we can do for next year. Of course, well, I'm already in next year, but US next year, and of course, we're not really expecting too much until about the 10th of January when everyone's sort of back from the holidays. So that's kind of where we are there. Christine in the house there. Happy New Year's Eve, everybody. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Chin, chin, chin. Yeah, so if you're in the South Pacific, if you're in Australia, New Zealand, Pacific Islands, it will already be New Year's. Maybe in some places in Southeast Asia and places in that sort of you might be as well. But in the Northern Hemisphere, still very much in New Year's Eve. And of course, we've got the time frames here. So currently it's 5:30 in the afternoon in New York on the East Coast, on the West Coast. On the West Coast of Los Angeles, it is currently, it's still pretty early in the day. I mean, it's 2:40 in the afternoon in Los Angeles, so it's still a lot of day to go for the old LA there. So lots of parties to be had. Lots of parties to be had in the old New York and LA, and of course all the cities in between. Smash that like and subscribe. Definitely do that. And on the way in, there are a couple other streams I think on at the moment. So it's a busy place out there. That's good, right? It's PulseChain having some good streams. All right, so that is Bitcoin. That is pretty much the majors there. Let's see. We'll check it in tomorrow and see whether we turned Bitcoin into a green day, or at least Ethereum into a green day, I should say. A month, I should say, for the end of December. But we're pretty close. That's going to lead us into PulseChain. But before we do that, let's have a cup of coffee. I've got a very mild coffee that I have. It's it's almost like a milky coffee or something. It's a very, very mild, but it's nice. Like full strength coffees, I've gone off those some time ago. Thank goodness, full strength coffees. Kind of a corporate culture, isn't it? The old coffees, and I guess and the housewives. What's it? The housewives, they have the coffees, or they're having the alcohol? Probably having the alcohol, actually. All right, let's jump. I don't watch the show, but I have seen snippets. All right, so here we are. We're on PulseChain. PulseChain, of course, launched on the 30th of May, 2023. A full system stake fork of Ethereum on the 10th of May. So it's now 964 days later. We're heading towards 1,000 days. Hopefully, by the time we get to 1,000 days, the market's picked up. We're on the ascendancy. So we're going to check it out today. But today we're still down because we still have some sellers, still have some selling wallet selling. And of course we have also possibly tax harvesting, right? Selling for tax losses. And then maybe they'll all buy back on tomorrow. So let's see whether we get a jump in the charts on PulseChain tomorrow. But without further ado, let's check out the results. All right, so PulseChain at the moment is at quadruple 0129. It is down 5.13%. Man, we've seen a lot of this lately. Just below 13% of the mean sacrifice price. We haven't yet hit the quadruple 01 mark, but we're still, we're definitely down. PulseX at the moment, quadruple 107, down 5.4%. We got the buy and burn sitting at 8.33% right now, and that is moving around. I don't know why it's moving around so much, but it's down 8.33%. And that's going to be there. But look at PulseX, almost back at 401. We're just above it at the moment, down 5.4%. Ink token at 57 cents, down 5.5% as well. And hey, look, it's probably poetic. We're coming into the 555s. Maybe that's the end of it, right? For the end of the year. We got Hex on PulseChain. This is unbelievable. Look at that price, guys. 21, almost 22 hundredth of a penny. That's crazy. Look at that. That's cheapest chips right now. Down 2.8%. Oh, sorry, 6.8%. We've got eHex at the moment, even more dramatic. 4079, guys. 4079. Combined price of eHex and PX, that's Hex on PulseChain and Hex on Ethereum, is just under 0.3 of a penny. 29.60, 29.6. So just under 0.3 of a penny there. That's some pretty crazy stuff right now in the old Hex. Now, we did see in the PulseChain Monster thread, we saw quite a bit of Hex content in the last week, so people were doing that. I think Tam and Crispy Man did some good coverage. Ben Sierra, our Hex quant, Hex analytical influencer, he was doing his thing. And so there's quite a bit there. Some new tools, I think, around Hex as well, that some community member was doing. So that is where we are right now with Hex. And so over the last year, what have we seen? We've seen some pretty interesting stuff. We've seen, the incentive rewards, PulseX pullback, Hex OA staking, the yields drop down, the inflation dropped down there. That's kind of some of the things we've seen over the year. PulseX, of course, is deflationary. Pulse is net inflationary, particularly based on volumes. You have to get a certain amount of volumes before you get deflationary. and that's kind of where we are sitting with this picture overall. All right, let's jump over to the gas prices. We're at 189,000 beats, so still pretty normal. 9/10 of a penny, sorry, 9/100th of a penny for a PulseX swap. Looking at the, I thought I had a stutter there for a moment. It's funny enough because I was watching a video of people stuttering. Here's the stuttering. Oh no, Tourette's. They had Tourette's. It was pretty hilarious. 50 terrible thing to have, but it's funny to watch. 52,025 validators at months. So we've just popped back over there, maybe about 30-40 validators overnight, I think. Looking at the bridge value at the moment, 76.4 million. Let's have a look at our snapshot, shall we? And let's see where we are there. So snapshot from the 19th. So what's that? 31. So 12, maybe 12, 13 days ago, we were sitting at 77.4. So we're only down about 1 million from there. Only down about 1 million from there overall over the last sort of 2 weeks. All right, that's pretty much it for that. Let's jump into the PulseChain chart. We can see PulseChain down 5.5% right now. It's a pretty miserable chart in terms of portfolio value, but it's as usual. When the lower it is, the better it is for buying and DCAing, lowering your average cost. Right, you can lower your average cost dramatically buying a lot of volume down here, even if you bought up here. Right, even if you bought up high here. So this purple box, of course, is the SEC dark cloud that was hanging over PulseChain. We had a rally out of that, right? And then we've been down for various reasons. And we've had a lot of big sellers as well, right, in the play. So at the moment, we're at made a new all-time low for PulseChain. I'm going to go to the daily chart just to pick that up. But it is today. Today is the new all-time low. Maybe we've got a lot of tax harvesting going on. I mean, there's different theories out about that. But we've got a new all-time low on PulseChain of 0.001255. That's 0.001255 is the new all-time low. Is that the bottom? Is New Year's Eve the bottom day for the old PulseChain? And are we going to get a bit of a buyback day tomorrow and hopefully step ourselves up? Now, we do know that it's going to still be pretty quiet between the 1st of January and the 10th of January typically because of the holiday period. And then maybe we really start picking up after that. But maybe we get a little bit of a move. The other question, of course, is do we get anything excitement for a New Year's Eve or midnight, as they say, from somebody that we may know? Who knows?
You could get a God candle at any moment. You could get a giant green candle at any moment because it's easier to get them because it takes less economic energy because there's less of it for sale.
So you just don't know. It's always out there. Hey, look, maybe Hex Godwell comes in. Maybe Hex Godwell. Who knows? Although Ethereum is down right now, and we'd much rather use their Ethereum, not when it's $3,000, but when it's 10,000 or something like that, right? And Richard's talked about 10,000 being a pretty favorite number in one of his videos. I think it was the last one he did. So that's kind of where we're at right now. At the moment, though, it's a buyer's market, and you can pick up mad volumes, right? Mad gain volumes. On the old Pulse. Let's have a look at the RSI. So the RSI on the daily is down at about 29. So it's definitely in the oversold territory. Let's have a look at the 4 hourly. 4 hourly's obviously oversold. And if we look at the weekly's almost oversold as well. So yeah, we're not probably too far away from the bottom. If it's not today, which has got a lot of those things lined up, as I just said, about the end of the year, tax harvesting, whales getting out, and then or large holders getting out, and then the RSI there giving us some maybe possible psychological support. Last time we were down at this level was back in March this year. If you're still in last year, this and March 25, and of course it had rallied pretty hard there. So this could be very much the bottom, and of course 2026, we're not going to have the SEC. Right? The SEC is going to be left in the past. There for the year, and away we go. So we got rid of the SEC, of course, on the 7th of July earlier this year. So game on there. So you've got to feel pretty optimistic about buying in this zone right now, about where we are with all those factors that I just talked about. Obviously, we need to pick up in volume, but low volumes often indicate that we might get that reversal. Let's see where we go from here. All right, 10 days, maybe 10-day pickup. So that is the Pulse chart. Let's have a look at some of the leaders right now. We've got $6 million in volume today, and we've got 385,000 transactions and this is DEX green is trending for PulseChain. We've got Coda at the moment, been around for 5 days. That's up 25% right now. Very small retail play, but it's got a big market cap. But the liquidity is pretty small compared to the market cap. Vouch is getting a lot of love. So the number one validator on PulseChain is a Vouch, and this is by the founder Jaxa. He's an Australian guy, very smart guy, very good communicator, one of our best, and he's up 22%. This is up to 22%, and it looks like probably related to Tru2X there. I say probably is. When I say it's almost certain. So we've got Vouch there. We're going to talk about that later on. That's up 22%. We've got Dump Tires Gold Coin. That's been around for 8 days, up 4.7%. With Liquid Loans up 2% right now. Time Dividend up 1.25%. So it's nice to see those going up. We've got the BBC token for some reason going up. We've got the world's greatest PDI printer from OG WebChef up 0.2%. UFO with the Hex pair up 0.5%. Zendog up 0.5% there. PMX 500 up 0.3%. SCADA up 0.25% there. From Nuclear Supply. We've got Source Mini Meal there, just up slightly flat, and that's tops. We've got 12 tokens ending with Source Mini Meal there that are green at the moment. Everything else is in the red. But with PulseChain down like 5.5%, then everything above that is arguably going up on ratio, right, against Pulse. So that would be all the way down here to number 63. So 2/3 of the coins probably at least doing better than Pulse right now. So the ratio, arguably, if they have a ratio of Pulse, is going up. So that's pretty cool. So some cool stuff there. Now, what else are we going to say that? Now, we're going to come to Peacock as well, because Peacock had some pretty cool stuff. But let's go down to the bottom here and see. We're going to check out Peacock in a minute with LibertySwap updates. But let's go all the way down here and have a look at the worst performers today. Well, it looks like we got Solana Pump Tires coin down 12.6%. We got the CDI Fork down 12% there. DevC down 10%. Finvesta, the grandparent of the OG WebChef, down 10% there. Pulse Puppy down 9%. Most Wanted down 9% there, or 8.5%. SolidX, Sparta down here as well. So those are kind of the ones that are at the bottom of the pack right now. So we're going to get into the news, though. So that was pretty much the market update. Let's break it down with some of the cool projects that are doing some cool stuff right now and get into that. Let us know your thoughts in the chat there as well. And a happy new year there from Wookie. Big shout out there, Wookie. Wookie is our community leader. Big shout out to you, Wookie. Hope you're having a good blast there, having some of those champagnes. And yeah, definitely smash the like and subscribe as well. So if you're following on YouTube, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell. And if you are on X, don't forget to scroll to the top and smash the follow button. That's all we can say. Yeah, and happy New Year's there from Eve, from Christine as well. Valiant's in the house there. Happy New Year's to Superman and all. Absolutely. Big shout out to the PulseChain and Hexkin community. All right, let's jump into LibertySwap, guys. This is the big news. And the market's just going to take a little while to absorb this, I think, to take it all in. But LibertySwap is breaking a really important ecosystem on PulseChain, and this is really, 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 really good for us. So it's great to have this. And even though the PulseChain's charts is down, we got LibertySwap there holding up that torch and shining bright over the land, as it were. So this was their update when they did when they actually launched V2, had it all up and running. So it was yesterday, my time that is, at 5 o'clock. And so yeah, that was about 18 hours ago, something like that, 17, 18 hours. But we have fully migrated to LibertySwap V2. That was their pro-announcement. As everyone as everyone can see, users holding Ethereum and Railgun. Remember, just think when you say Railgun, it's just like privacy, right? There's private wallets there, or private contracts, can now swap directly and instantly into PulseChain assets. So this is a game changer, and I really don't think the market's really picked up on that yet. I mean, it's going to maybe take a little while, but maybe some key players will go with that. Now, obviously, it's how many people are savvy with using Railway Wallet and interacting with this. How many, and the larger, typically we expect a lot of the larger players, a lot of the more sophisticated players, and that are willing to go and want a privacy and all that to use this, right? The retail book will take a little bit of while to get up to speed. Maybe we need a few educational videos and stuff like that out there. So we'll see how that evolves over the next sort of month or two. We'll keep watch out for that. But That's basically the idea. With gas abstraction and fully sponsored on either side, so gasless transactions as well. So it's a really incentive there to do that. Pretty cool. Valiant says migration makes the bird hungry. Feed the bird. Yeah, the old peacock there. So that's kind of where we are right now. The output can be sent to any EVM address, so you can send it back out into the public world there. Making the purchase of PulseChain assets completely untraceable on chain. Well, they've talked about privacy addresses, I guess. Making the purchase of PulseChain assets completely untraceable on chain. Very big deal, right? So we do know we've got big players that have interacted with Hex, for example, on the old Ethereum. I think many of the big whales, like at least a third or something. I saw research ages ago on that. But it could be the OA wallets, the Richard Hart, the Hex Gold Whale. Lots of big players can use this route to come into PulseChain and buy up markets and not be seen and disappear again. No front running on the markets, pump and dumps. There's pump and dumps and all that sort of stuff going on. We are monitoring the swap closely over the coming hours, so feel free to use it as much as you like. We will fix any issues quickly and continue pushing new features live. So probably, at the beginning, you're going to have a few people just doing a little bit of testing, at little amounts, just test, and make sure everything is running smoothly. And then the big money will flow probably. That's kind of the idea. So that's kind of the play right now. Now, technically, for most of the market, we're still in 2025. And so, people probably, if they're doing tax harvesting and things like that hopefully will end once we go through the New Year's phase, right? Which runs over, I guess, how many hours now? Probably running over the next, we've got 3 o'clock, so 9 hours, maybe 9 hours or so. I don't know when the largest country is, but it's probably Greenland or something, is it? Greenland. Big shout out to Greenland bros out there. Green. All right. Well, Greenland could end up being part of the greater United States, right? That could be happening. I hope it does. So it'll be good for strategic purposes. So we'll see what happens there. We got Fast of Dawn house there. I'm here for the tech. Well, I've been waiting to talk about Voucher 69 for many days, but we haven't seen it yet. So we're holding it, looking forward to it when it does come. So I'll put it into the January camp now, and we'll talk about it once we get some news. Very excited about that. So look forward to Voucher 69 with their launch January, it seems, unless they surprise us in 9 hours. Could have been. All right, so let's get into it. So that is a little snapshot of the protocol. So it's in private mode. You can click public or private mode on LibertySwap. It's got ETH on Railgun, and then it's got Pulse there. So 10 ETH, and they're sneakily buying Pulse, 2.2 billion Pulse. Yo, 2 billion. Then sending it to the EVM address, and pretty cool. And you hit the swap button there, and you can buy. So this is a game changer for PulseChain, guys. It really is awesome. And remember, the V2 contract also allows them to add in hooks, and so they can hook in a lot of DeFi into it without having to change the underlying contract. That's sort of the foundation contract, and it's game on now. It's talking about massive DeFi ecosystem expansion. And I always like to think of it as DeFi buildings sitting right in the middle of the river. The bridge is a river of funds flowing with swapping going on, and everything they add into it adds more fees potentially. And so it just becomes a scaling business, both vertically and horizontally. And of course, it could be pretty exciting, particularly given that Peacock is the kind of store of value for that. So it's pretty neat. So that was the big news there. We always need to be well prepared and ready for anything. We are working on the sell side as well, enabling private selling and bridging and private bridging outs as well. So there's still got a few things to do there. Very, very cool. So that was from the team. All right. So that was yesterday. That was 19 hours ago exactly. Let's get into their updates coming up. So 15 hours ago, they said the last day of 2025. We're stepping into 2026. We are about to release the Liberty 2026 roadmap and the Peacock roadmap as well. So very exciting. So obviously they're tidying up with this big launch of V2, laying the foundations for next year. And of course, we're going to get these guys are rapidly, launch a lot of protocols that they could just fork, add a few little, changes, and wait. You're talking about rapid ecosystem expansion. It could be pretty exciting. We know that Aave is on the map there. Community eats first. Happy New Year, my friends. So there we go from Lady Liberty. And I reckon it's one of Lady Liberty's best outfits so far. Best outfits. I like the futuristic technology look. It's pretty cool. I like the tech. I always like futuristic stuff as long as it's human. Looks very human. I don't like too too stale type of things, too clinical type of things, but that's kind of cool. So that was kind of cool from them. What else there? Let's scroll back up here. 14 hours ago, the Peacock community has one of the strongest holder bases. Look at liquidity. Well, PLS dropped around 50%. Our liquidity stayed strong. And we know that one of their major features that they had been doing was building that liquidity, pumping a lot of the value into liquidity for the Peacock to build its strength up. There was no sell pressure. In fact, buys outweighed sells. The price held up very well. And of course, you got Pulse going down, 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 right? I believe that in 2026, 27, 28, Peacock will grow alongside another broader financial markets under Trump, 100%. So we're in that camp. That's the bull camp, and absolutely agree with that. So kind of cool. And then you got a little comment here about Peacock is in a healthy spot right now. Liquidity looks stable. There is no obvious sell wall pressure, and most holders appear to be long-term aligned rather than short-term traders. And look, we want to get some maturity in PulseChain. We want to have some investable projects in PulseChain so we can get those two matching together. We're going to have a stronger PulseChain moving ahead, right? So that's very important. Now we still have, some large accounts. We still have the sacrifice set to some degree, obviously playing a role. But the more as we move forward in time, the better PulseChain will be, and easy to pump. Yeah, boy. All right, so that is some of the stuff there from them. Now looking at the Peacock price at the moment on response to that, let's quickly check it out. Let's just hide some of that. So we got this chart here. We're obviously just in this consolidation phase here. This is the US price. So we're currently sitting at just below 8700th of a penny right now. The RSI, they're just chilling at about 41 on the daily. And so we're just chilling here. Let's look at the pulse ratio. Pulse ratio looking a bit better though. Let's switch that around against the US dollar. We see we're kind of consolidating there. We're at the bottom range of that, but when we go to Pulse, we can see some of that strength that LibertySwap's talking about. We've got kind of a soft uptrend there. We're very much at this sort of breakout level, and we just had the launch of the V2. The market hasn't really responded yet, but it's this looks like it's teetering, and we're here on the 60 on the RSI there for the daily, and of course the weekly there. If we go back to US dollars, that's the chart there looking pretty strong. So that sort of backs up what LibertySwap was saying on their observation. And let's go to the weekly chart here on the old chart here as well. Let's have a look there. So we got 86 on the price there. So, but what I really want to look at was the RSI 52 right now, 52. But we've had good support, building liquidity, getting definitely more diamond hands, but really not on the news. But the market's really not absorbed how cool this is. So it's going to probably get repriced later on, all things equal. So we'll keep a lookout for that. And it's an opportunity, right? Opportunity. All right, so let's jump over to the next one here. So 14 hours ago, just giving you a little bit of a lesson how to move in and out of PulseChain privately. To enter PulseChain privately, shield your ETH using Railgun, then bridge that shielded ETH into buy PulseChain assets you want. You can discreetly fund any wallet by swapping a small amount of ETH in Railgun to Pulse, starting from about $10, which I love. I think that's a good level for the retail book to start getting a bit more savvy with this. To exit PulseChain privately, swap wrapped ETH on PulseChain to ETH inside Railgun, then unshield it back to Ethereum mainnet. This allows traders to move in and out of PulseChain without leaving traces. This could potentially, with volume, change the whole dynamics of PulseChain going into 26 now. That's really, really cool. Really, really cool. We've got the ninja girl there in the technique. I much prefer these images here. ETH Railgun to Pulse. They got a little picture of that, of course. Very cool. Wrapped ETH there to ETH. They got wrapped ETH on PulseChain to wrapped ETH Railgun on Ethereum. So got all there, kind of cool. What else we got in there? Just see if they got any comments. So that is some of the cool stuff. What else? Yeah, I think we've covered all those. Nice. All right. So then we get up from. So we move from that. That was 14 hours ago, and then we get up to the latest one. So there's the new day, and they go, "Good morning, friends." This is only 5 hours ago. We have just completed the migration to V2. If your browser is still using cached data from V1, the interface may incorrectly show that there is no liquidity pool available. So just take note of that. All liquidity pools are fully available and active on V2. Nothing is missing. To fix this issue, please clear your browser cache and reload the page. After clearing the cache, the V2 interface will load correctly and liquidity pools will appear as expected. The issue persists after clearing the cache. Please refresh the page again or restart your browser there. So there we go. That's important there. Get your transaction fast and smooth. I recommend use a small amount. So there we go, a little snapshot. After clearing the cache, please consider fully closing your browser or wallet app, and then reopening it so the browser can reload. In some cases, this also depends on your internet ISP refreshing the cache data as well. It can take 1-2 hours after reset for everything to update properly. So there we go. Cleared cache, still showing beta. Is this correct? Correct. It is a V2. But we are still keeping everything in beta until we finish develop there. So you should be able to see this beta at the top left, I guess, is what the case is there. So that is from a LibertySwap. So if you had any issue around that, let's jump back up to the next one. Where we're going here? Next one up here. That was 5 hours ago. Good morning, everybody. 3 hours ago, this will be fun. The PulseChain trenches will be on fire again. A few more hours of work, then everyone can rest a bit before New Year's Eve. Of course, we've got our New Year's Eve party on at the moment. Kind of cool. Valiant says 6 hours to go here to New Year's Eve, but midnight, I guess, midnight there. Maybe the whole true point of Tru2X is to protect the price on PulseChain, says Elwill. Well, presumably that's going to be a key role there, I guess. What else? That's also to get rid of the centralized exchanges, apparently. So we're going to see how that plays out. This will be fun. The PulseChain trenches will be on fire again. A few more hours of work, then everyone can rest a bit for New Year's Eve. We have plenty of plans moving forward in 2026. Do you still believe in PulseChain there? And we've got the weapons and everything out at the moment. All right, so we fight and we will win, says LibertySwap. Eventually, stronger buyers will hold most of the secondary supply. We'll have our time again. I'm staying with you even if I sink far below the surface. Happy New Year, my friend. So lots of cool stuff going on there. Very, very cool. All right. So a lot of comments there from the replies. So that was 4 hours ago. Let's see where we're going from here. In 51 minutes, we've got the roadmap out. Hot off for press, guys. Perfect timing. Thank you, LibertySwap. Here we go. All right. So we got the roadmap, 2026 roadmap, intense. So we're going to have intent-based trading. We're going to have more privacy and user experience. Disclaimer, the roadmap is for informational purposes only and reflects current plans as of January 2026. We know that they do add and remove things as required. All objectives and timelines are subject to change or revision without prior notice based on market conditions, technical considerations, and strategic priorities. LibertySwap is building the default cross-chain privacy layer. So let's say it again, default cross-chain privacy layer for PulseChain, unifying liquidity, execution, and privacy across 40 plus blockchains. And that's the real key there. It's pretty amazing. Not just EVM chains, but SVM chains there. So we're going to have Solana and things like that. So it's going to be pretty neat. So getting access to all the users and the liquidity, very, very cool. Our ecosystem combines intent-based trading, native privacy routing, and a user-friendly wallet to unlock professional grade. And we're looking forward to that, right? So it's going to be some sort of hybrid, we believe, between a normal wallet, EVM wallet, and the what am I trying to say? The normal wallet and the railway wallet. So it's going to be a bit of a hybrid between that. Private trading for all PulseChain and other blockchain users. So you presumably, hopefully, we'll have a lot of how-tos from LibertySwap and a lot of influencers out there doing videos as well and ramping up over the next month or two. Our 2026 product roadmap consists of 4 distinct products, along with a plan to fund, build, launch, and market each of them. And here's the key bit there, market each of them. That's pretty cool. So very, very cool. So we've got Liberty and Peacock there dancing again in 2026. What else there? So here we go. Product 1, LibertySwap 2.0, cross-chain intent protocol. LibertySwap evolves into an intent-based liquidity protocol with 2 modes, public mode, instant, gasless, low-fee cross-chain swaps, bridge high-activity blockchains with PulseChain, including SU, Hyperliquid Layer 1, Tron, Polygon, and Avalanche. So that's going to be pretty cool. Optimized UX and UI. So UX means user experience, UI means user interface, to maximize execution speed and support rapid volume expansion. Private mode. So this is the second mode. So we're going to public mode, private mode, which are completely unique. No team has been able to do this. Cross-chain routing, railgun, shielded balances. So there we go. Cross-chain routing between railgun shielded balances. BNB, Ethereum, Polygon, and PulseChain enables any blockchain to leverage railgun with a unified anonymity set there. So what did it say? Moving up to 40 chains or something. Excuse me. Product number 2 is LibertyX is an intent-based trading protocol purpose-built for the PulseChain ecosystem. It is designed to aggregate liquidity and execution across PulseX, Proteus, and other PulseChain native venues while abstracting away complexity for users. So they're always making everything simple, which is key. Instead of users submitting direct swaps on chain, LibertyX allows traders to sign their trade intents. These intents specify the desired outcomes such as token in, token out, slippage tolerance, and deadline without dictating how the trade must be executed. Naturally, it supports limit orders and TWAP. So TWAP being time-weighted average prices, limit orders being, you can sell at a certain price or buy at a certain price. Good for risk management as well. Authorized fillers and solvers then compete to fulfill these intents using the most efficient routes available across PulseX, TS, and supported liquidity sources. Execution can involve single or multi-hot routes, partial fills, or advanced strategies, all without requiring users to manage routing logic themselves. Once again, making it all easy. Key technical characteristics of LibertySwap include intent-based architecture, separating user intent from execution logic, cross-DEX aggregation, natively integrating PulseX and Proteus liquidity, gas optimization where fillers can sponsor or optimize gas usage, MEV-aware execution, minimizing value leakage and failed transactions. Obviously, MEV bots, can be a real pain in the ass. So we're going to go. We got modular design, allowing future integration with privacy routes, RFQ flows, or off-chain solvers. LibertyX is fully non-custodial. Users retain control over their assets at all times and only authorize execution under predefined conditions. No liquidity is locked into LibertyX contracts. That's very important. User funds are completely safe and fully guaranteed. The goal of LibertyX is simple: bringing professional-grade execution, better pricing, and smoother UX or user experience to PulseChain traders while leveraging the existing strengths of PulseX and Proteus instead of competing with them. So very cool. Product number 3. Native Railgun on PulseChain plus governance. Deploy native Railgun contracts on PulseChain. Full support for native PulseChain assets. Support cross-chain connectivity between PulseChain Railgun balances and Railgun balances on other blockchains. Introduce a governance token, working name ZKX, to align protocol incentives and streamline decentralized decision making. That's interesting with the old token launch there with the governance. And product number 4, ZKX wallet. And this is the one we're talking about with sort of the hybrid wallet. Privacy first wallet layer. Next generation privacy wallet built around LibertySwap. Now, obviously, building with the rest of the ecosystem is going to be very popular, no doubt. Key features: support EIP 7702 standard and PulseChain. Support privacy protocols, Tornado Cash and Railgun. By default, highest privacy standards, privacy RPC, and no metadata link. Stealth addresses, open source, built on Kohaku and Ambar and framework. And of course, users can privately swap assets via PulseChain using Proteus, PulseX, and Ethereum using Uniswap and CowSwap. All swaps executed without breaking privacy guarantees. This ensures users can privately swap assets end-to-end without exposing balances, identities, or trading behavior. So very cool. The ecosystem flywheel, so bring it all together. ZKX wallet facilitates user onboarding and simplifies private trading, addressing the compatibility issue with EIP 7702 with PulseChain. LibertySwap 2.0 performs public and private cross-chain swaps, offering more routes and enhancing interactions between various blockchains and layers in both public and private modes. It supports Sol, C, and Su, Mega ETH, Hyper EVM, Monad, and other established layer ones to minimize capital loss and bridging risks. LibertyX optimizes PulseChain liquidity and captures trade volume, enabling the expansion of various trading models and local PulseChain trading products, such as perpetual contracts and lending. PulseChain Railgun Instant collects shields, unshields, and privacy routing fees for all PulseChain assets, supporting both LibertySwap and LibertyX private trading. Revenue is reinvested into liquidity, so that's probably a key part there. Opening more trading routes and products based on community engagement and trading volume, thereby driving greater adoption and higher revenue. So very cool. That is huge. So we're excited about all that. So that's kind of cool. So that is the, let me just go back out of here. That is So that is hot off the press, guys. So that's their 2026 roadmap. Now, presumably, they're also going to have a Peacock roadmap, which presumably talks about the hooks into V2, which is, putting protocols like DeFi, like Aave, out there as well. So presumably, I think we're still getting that second roadmap with Peacock, but that is the main LibertySwap roadmap around privacy, trading, and user experience. So awesome stuff happening there. Very, very cool. So we're going to hit the repost button on that. All right. I think that's it for that. So that's LibertySwap, guys. That was a full coverage. Very exciting stuff for PulseChain, and it's great to have a team leading in that space in crypto, not just for and PulseChain's the principal beneficiary. Although because they're going up to 40 chains or so, that's going to benefit all those other traders, and of course, a lot more traders in the future will want more privacy as well. So yeah, good times. All right, so let's move on from that. That's LibertySwap, guys, and that Peacock at the moment currently sitting at just below 87/100th of a penny, but the pulse ratio there not too bad at 673, but really market not priced in, but it is showing some good support with PulseChain down. So maybe we get a bit of a reversal in pulse, and we might see this get ratcheted up. Tomorrow could be pretty interesting for the old Peacock when we roll over that potential last tax harvesting day. We shall see. We shall see what the market does there. PulseChain market, it needs to mature, and hopefully 2026, one of the key features we see of 2026 is maturity. We're always going to have the pump and dumps and, all the other projects out there. But if we can get a good, half a dozen to a dozen projects that are really investable over 2026, be really, really exciting. And we've got a couple that we're talking about right at the moment these days. So LibertySwap being one of those in some ways. So that's kind of the play right now. Let's jump over to another project that's been turning heads, and that is a Tru2X. So Tru2X here has been pretty exciting. It's been going for 11 days, is it? Let me have a look. How many days? Yeah, 11 days, and it's hit 200 billion pulse. 200 billion pulse, guys. So that's pretty amazing. I think the total supply of PulseChain at the moment is around 17 trillion, excluding OA wallets. 200 billion is pretty amazing. So let's do the math on that. 200, I guess, divided by, what did I say? 1700, 17,000. So that is just under 1.2%. So 1.17% percent of the supply has gone into Tru2X. It's nothing to sneeze at, especially with PulseChain down. Obviously, it's easy to buy Pulse at the moment, but man, that is some crazy stuff. So 200 billion at the moment, and we are during the Christmas holidays as well, which is just makes it even more amazing. So obviously a very popular project is Tru2X, and that's from the True DeFi team. And so let's have a look at the metrics. So Neil's provided this. Appreciate that, Neil. And we can see at the moment 200 billion pulse has been hit. Now, obviously, it's probably gone up since this point. You got the timestamps on here. Very nice. Total volume deposited $2.6 million in this environment as well. Pretty amazing. If you were in Tru2X, let me know what you guys think, how you guys are enjoying it. Al says, by the way, how is 2026, future man? Well, it's the day is mixed weather outside, but it's just another day in the office. When you're in crypto, one day feeds into another, but we do enjoy celebrating these special days. So there we go. I saw the fireworks go up last night, just at the turn of midnight. And so that was 12 hours ago or so. And I saw them going up around the valley and stuff. So, yeah. I don't know what they did. We have a thing called, in Auckland City, we have a thing called Sky Tower. It's kind of like in Toronto, they have the CNN Tower in Toronto, don't they? So of that Sky Tower, they fire a whole ton of fireworks off. And we also have a Harbour Bridge. Sometimes they do fireworks off there. I'm not sure if they did it this year, but that's kind of where some of the action is there, down there at the moment. Well, at least it was 12 hours ago. First city to, I think, have the fireworks, isn't it? Is the old Auckland in the world. Clinton's in the house there. G'day. Happy New Year, Superman and crew. Absolutely. Big shout out to the Pulsekins and Xkins out there. Finishing off day 2025, so the year 2025. Ticking it away. Like I say, I think there's 9 hours to go for the United States in LA. And so it's just about, we've got 9 hours to go, ticking through that. So a lot of action over there. Now, the average daily volume in Pulse, 20 billion. So $20 billion a day on average. I think overnight it's been about 8 billion today, which is not too bad during its New Year's Eve run up. Average daily volume, $260,000 equivalent. And they've finally hit 8,000 miners. So 8,043 total miners now mining in Tru2X. Now, the whole idea of Tru2X, of course, is going into auction, getting some shares, and then starting your miner up, as I understand it. and then looking for doubling your pulse bags. And so far, it's going pretty well from the looks of it. Now, of all the pulse that goes in, they take 14%, so arguably 14% of 20 billion, and they then go and invest that, right? So they go in investment, and we're going to talk about some of those targets that they're investing, and it kind of makes it kind of like an internal institution. And I say internal because it's kind of within the community, and was it endogenous? Is it endogenous investment? And so it is going out and investing in top tier protocols that earn a yield, and they put that yield back into Tru2X system. So and then slowly take the system over, right? So that's kind of the idea. So they have retail miners, they have system miners, and then they have partner miners. So that's kind of a bit of a breakdown there. So we've seen them start to operate over the last, I don't know, 7 days or so, starting to invest into some of these protocols like Emmet and Vouch. And Vouch looks like it's getting some love overnight. Pretty cool. Day one was a 1.15x in the yield factors, and day 9 is 0.0625. And here we are on day 11, I believe, and SRE injections have begun. So this is kind of the investment arm, this SRE, taking that 14%. I see SRE ownership of Emmet pool, single-side staking, is 16%. And remember, we covered this yesterday, but Emmet, you earn single-side staking. You don't earn Emmet tokens, you earn EDI stable, so which is very, very cool. So it's one of the secret sources of the old Emmet farm. And that's why it's been particularly sustainable and attractive to a lot of protocols to use, which have been pretty cool. So we can see the Emmet price at the moment on Emmet Farm is sitting pretty comfortably at $1.65. And some people got lots of different price calls for this, but you can see the volumes got picked up since Tru2X started buying. Also, the market is, been participating in this as well. And so, yeah, it's just been ticking away. It's been very robust in the price, and looks like there are quite a few diamond hand Emmet holders in there at the moment. And so we're going to continue to watch this protocol as well. Now, if you want to get more insights into that, you should definitely get into the Tru2X Telegram group. And I'll give you a link to this post here from Neil. You'll be able to join up to the Telegram group on this post. So let me post that here in the old Tru2X. And we're going to post that there. All right, Tru2X has also been in the PulseChain weekly monster thread, so you can check out the monster thread there as well on X. That is the link there, Tru2X. All right, so kind of cool, and you can join up the Telegram group. They have a very active Telegram group, so pretty hot to trot right now. So definitely check that out. So Emmet's been getting some love, $1.65, and of course the Emmet farm has been very, very popular. Let's go check out the Emmet farm yields right now. Should we do that? Let's do it and see where they're going. So once they're buying up this Emmet, right, they're pairing it up with different other tokens and they're putting it into the Emmet yields. So not just the single side staking with EDI, but also earning Emmet tokens as well. So Emmet tokens is the emission rate, and it's a pretty relatively low emission rate for Emmet. And we got the total TVL now at 211,000, and it looks like the Tru2X is now controlling 16% of the staking pool. So there we go. And of course, they're also pairing up with other protocols, top tier protocols. The cool thing about Emmet, not only does it have these cool tokenomics with EDI and a modest emission rate for Emmet, it also has a lot of existing partners, which a lot of them are top tier protocols on PulseChain already. So it's actually kind of the perfect platform for Tru2X to leverage, right? And that's kind of neat. So we're going to keep watching that. The other one that we saw is Vouch. So you can see Vouch here as well. Well, Vouch has been pushed up a little bit today. So this is the weekly candles. Let's go to the daily candle. You can see the first volume coming in there. Look at that. So we were doing about $600 to $1,200 or something, and then today it's jumped all the way up to $14,000. So getting a lot of love there, up 22%. There's the old Vouch. Now we know that I think they were putting Pulse in, getting VPulse, which is what happens when you go into Vouch. Remember, Vouch is the number one validator, which is pretty cool. I don't know whether they've put any announcement out. Should we go have a check and see whether Vouch has said anything about this? They may not. Maybe that might just be a mechanism that the Tru2X team is using. Oh no, here they are. Look, so this is if you are using Tru2X and would like to support Vouch via the community ref code, you can find it. So Vouch is one of the partner miners from looks at it. Now, we have not performed an extensive check on the protocol. Please do your own research. So maybe that's the limitation there. But it's kind of cool. Apparently, I've muted this account. I have no idea which account that is. That's probably annoying. Probably annoyed me. Whatever. I don't normally mute too many accounts, but that is probably one of that's hilarious. I don't know whose that is though. All right, so kind of cool. 29th there. Congrats, Tru2X team. Looks like you are making a splash. I see you are making the use of vPulse for yield generation. So when you put Pulse into Vouch, you get vPulse out, right? So that's the and you can go and earn on that, right? So that's the idea. So kind of cool. All right, so a lot of love there from Vouch, actually. That's really cool to see that. So really nice. You can see Vouch in the monster thread as well. So check that out. Very, very cool. So Vouch, the number one validator. Validators, they're running over 5,000. So we got like 52,000 validators. They're running over 5,000 of them, so almost 10%, which is pretty amazing on the old Vouch. And, of course, you can earn a pretty safe yield in there doing that. Just trying to see their last update on the validators. I think this one's here, is it? Yeah, 5,083 validators. So there we go. They're earning about a 9% 7-day APR on there as well, and that's the vPulse ratio, 1.12. So they're generating all this Pulse revenue. Woohoo! How much is that? Yeah, old Pulse revenue and liquid Pulse pools. So big system there. And, of course, you can take those and you can also put them into the farm. And so you can put vPulse with emits, and you can also put Vouch with emits. So we can see that the team has been using Vouch and getting vPulse by putting Pulse in, also getting buying Vouch off the market from the looks of it, and that's been pushing the price up. That's kind of the play there. And they've been going at these pools, I guess, and getting a bit of extra high yield. So 71% here and 28% there, as well as at the moment the main single-sided staking pool is sitting at 122%. So they expand. So Tru2X is expanding. Now, it's 14%. Now, presumably, I don't know how much there's been any recycling yet, but we'll just assume there hasn't. So we'll multiply that by 0.14. Presumably, that's the simple math. That's 28 billion pulse that can go into invest and start earning these yields, right? So that's going to be interesting to see. So that is some of the cool stuff there. So a big shout out to Neil and the Tru2X team and Ikaros and Emmett Farm. So if you haven't checked it out, go check that out. And doing a pretty amazing job there with the old Emmett Farm, as you guys could see. And Vouch and JAXA, all right, getting some love from the Tru2X investment institution, as they call it. They're kind of like institutional buying now, which is kind of cool. And especially at this time of the year as well, with the price of Pulse down. So it's really kind of the stars are aligned, are they? Probably. That is the play. So that's the end of that one. So it's Tru2X, guys. Let's jump into the next one. And that is, this is a little bit of a shout out to PulseChain. PulseChain's kind of a quiet DeFi ecosystem building out on PulseChain, creeping up on everybody. I don't know how many people are aware of it, but they had an incredible year this year. So congratulations to them for 2025. And they had some key launches, right? So key launches, PulseChain Swap, they had that. So instant swaps, PulseChain Commerce, allowing business owners to accept and track payments. PulseChain's PulseScope, the fastest and easy way to trade pump tire tokens. The foundation to bridge the gap between traditional finance and Web3 by creating the most intuitive and accessible cryptocurrency platform. And then had P402, provides free verification API for USDC payments on PulseChain. So, well done to them. Reached over 1,850 users, surpassed 800,000 in total trading volume on PulseChain. So, well done to them, right? So, just creeping up there, guys. Kind of neat. And you can see some of their data things there that they've got on that site. So, pretty cool. Even accepted PulseChain at shops there from the looks of it. So not bad. So that is PulseChain sneaking up on the old PulseChain. So well done to them. I'll hit them a repost on that. Actually, they should probably put it in one post there. Is it one post? Yeah, we'll do one post. How about that? So boom. I don't know which one are we going to do. That one. No, we'll do that one, and then we'll send it along there. Or we will post both of them. Let's just do both of them. All right, so that's cool. And I might as well write congrats. I'd like to be friendly. Congrats. Covered on a live show today. Keep up the great expansion into 2026. Put a fire emoji. Okay, fire emoji. Here we go. Oh, what happened there? What happened to my emojis, guys? What happened to? Do I get trigger happy? Fire emoji. No, what the fudge is going on? I don't know. Okay, no fire emoji, just there's the party emoji. There we go. All right. It's turning into a comedy show, guys. Turning into a comedy show. So that's PulseChain. I just want to give them a bit of a shout out there. I know that they're just slowly building out, and $800,000 in volume. Nice little sneaking up there. All right. So that's the Pulse Send, and they apparently, I think they've got an airdrop for the first 2,500 users or something like that, 1,500 users. They've still got a few spots to go before they hit that mark. So maybe check it out, test it out, and maybe get qualified for that potentially. All right, the last one, of course, is Rack & Michelle. So this is coming up for a launch, right? So we've got Coin Mafia. This is going to be a coin launching site. In some ways, it will be competing with, Pump Tires and Pump Fund and things like that. But it's got very different tokenomics. So really, it's going to be fun to see. It does have refunds as well for the retail book, and I think that will be very popular. It's going to be on over 375 chains. So that's a really big. If you think about net for phishing, very big net cast. And so we're pretty excited about that. Joshua Wu is the director for that. And of course, he's a well-known ex-personality for PulseChain, and of course does comedian work and promotions. And so Coin Mafia there, getting very excited. They've got a little video there. I'm going to mute the sound, but we can play the video. I hope you guys can see it. Let's go full screen on this, so it's a little bit bigger, and you can see the video here. So you can kind of see some of the features there. They've got Grok up the top right, referrals, and of course referrals are probably going to be pretty popular, right? So it'll be pretty cool. Create tokens, obviously create tokens, and you can choose the blockchain. Apparently they're going to have over 375 chains. You can see a coin example in front of us with the bonding curve process. At the moment it says 1% on that bonding testing, and so on. So that's pretty cool. It's got a few names in there as well. And then, of course, it's got at the top menu there, it's got top in action, highest market cap, verified devs, and KOL drops, so influencer drops there. And you can see the bonding curve going up there at the time. But it's got quite a different tokenomics, so it's kind of cool. That is from them. Now, we've got a bit more update as well. So we'll go back to that. Let's creep back up there. So they've got another update here. 5 hours ago, we are currently finalizing our VIP and whitelist selection. So they will have a native token for Coin Mafia, and they've got a whitelist. And I think it was going to be 100 people. I just don't know whether that's going to be the final list or whatever. But the whitelist selections are being done. So they're finalizing that. So that means the token will probably have a little issuance window. So I'm not quite sure the process of that yet, but if you're in the Telegram group, you'll probably find out. Thank you for your patience as we complete the final preparations for the launch of Coin Mafia X. Due to exceptional strong demand for Coin Mafia .io, a token, mandatory allocation caps will be applied to all VIP participants. So if you are on the list there, there'll be mandatory allocation caps. The full token supply has been oversubscribed multiple times, and unfortunately, we are unable to accommodate every request. We sincerely appreciate the interest shown by our community. For those who choose not to participate in the official launch, wish you continue success in your endeavors there. So that's the ape there in the Learjet. All right, so kind of cool. All right, have we got any comments below that? No, I think that's it. So that's kind of cool. That is from them. Now, if you haven't joined Coin Mafia, you can join here. It's got 162 followers at the moment, so you're nice and early. I'll post the link there if you guys want to join. But you can find Coin Mafia X on X and check it out. So there we go. Bam. That is Coin Mafia X, and give them a follow. Get into Telegram if you want to try and get in there, sneak in there at the end. I don't know. Hopefully you got good relations, and you might be lucky there. All right, so that's kind of cool. All right, so Coin Mafia X is the handle on Telegram, but I think we've got another update here as well, so we'll quickly check that before we move on. I think that was it actually. Okay, that was this pin. So we read the two. So that's coming pretty close. So Coin Mafia not too far away, and of course we're after Fast Abdul. Fast Abdul, where's that guy? We're after that guy. So yeah, pretty cool. We're after Vouch. Where's Vouch? Fast Abdul. Actually, I don't think he's got any update at the moment today. But what I want to do is I want to check. If you give me a minute, I'm going to check the I'm going to check the Tetra, because Tetra was supposed to be launching between Christmas and New Year's. So I haven't seen anything on that. I did have a brief check yesterday. Let's have a look and see whether we've got anything from Stu. Stu's the developer. What's here? So someone says, Phil says, just before the latest proposed launch, Stu is very, very quiet the last few months. So we'll try and find, where's the update here? Scroll down here a little bit. Let me go down here. So we're going to update today. Happy New Year from Tetra team. This is hot off the press today. In fact, it's only an hour and 30 minutes ago. We're kicking off the new year with great news. The Tetra demo is now available throughout January, ahead of our commercial release. This is the community's chance to try Tetra, explore its core features, and get familiar with the platform. The demo is limited feature free trial, full documentation included in this installer to help you start smoother, and you can try Tetra demo now. So it's kind of not a full commercial release, but the demo will be running through January. So there we go. Apparently this is up and running. So let's have a look here. So that is, as always, please ensure you only down Tetra from the official Tetra domain, absolutely, because you will be downloading it to your computer. Signum will go live with Tetra's commercial release announcement nearer the release, one thing at a time. So the Signum Oracle, of course, expected to go after that. So that may be a month away, which pushes out PUSD ALGO, right? The update for that. So let me just have a quick look at this Tetra demo post. Try Tetra. Okay, so it's kind of launched. On time. So let's bring that up again. And let me pull that up. Actually, let me put it on a different browser. So it looks like Tetra has kind of launched. So let's go to that. Let me pop that. I've got to add it back in because I took off the link. So we'll have to add that back in. We've got DJ in the house there. Happy New Year. 5555 from DJ Hexkin. Happy New Year to you as well. We got Fat Sammy in the house there. Hi all. Great X-Space today, covering many of the great protocols you covered today. Also check out the new Tetra Emmet farm. We voted in already over 3K of LP in the few hours. So new Tetra Emmet farm, we voted in already over $3,000 of LP in a few hours. Nice. Oh, yeah, I didn't pick that up when I actually covered Emmet, so because there's a lot of farms on there, obviously. Frank Fright in the house. Was it Rank Fright? Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, indeed. Tetra software free to use for 1 month. So there we go. Tetra's there. Yeah, we might have to do a whole different video on that. But let me split the studio here and let's pull up this site, which I delinked. I decoupled it. So let's go there. Bam. All right. There we go. So that is the site. That's Tetra. So Tetra, what the heck? I moved up there. What the heck? I don't know what happened there. So Tetra there is out. So let's read this. Guys. Let me scroll it. Oh, no, not scrolling the wrong one. I minimized the wrong one. Let's scroll that up. Bam, bam, bam. So Tetra here, demo. I'm going to post the link here in the chat. So if you guys want to test it out, this is hot off the press, pretty much about an hour and a half ago. So you guys are early Genesis users. Use your own due diligence and all that, but that is it. Tetra.win./demo, hot off the press, guys. So that's pretty cool. It's been long awaited. So let's read it. The Tetra demo phase is now live throughout January, ahead of our commercial release. This is the community's opportunity to explore Tetra, experience its workflow. The demo is a limited feature free trial, and full documentation is included with the installation to help you get started. So hey, look, Stu delivered just in the nick of time. He had about 9 hours to go, and he did it within 12 and 10, 11 hour window. So congratulations to Stu. It's been a big, long, hard work. I think something like 2 years, and it's finally here. So congratulations to Stu. It's got to be a bit of relief on the shoulders, and this is really frontier technology launching on PulseChain. So congratulations to him. All right, so the demo is a limited feature free trial, and full documentation is included in the installation to help you get started quickly. Minimum system requirements: Intel Core 1 i5 processor, 32 gigabytes RAM, 20 gigabytes available hard drive space, stable high-speed internet connection, Windows 10 or 11 with standby security enabled. Installation instructions: download the installer package now, unzip the files to your desktop, and run install.x as administrator. Follow the on-screen instructions to complete with the setup. Now, presumably, this only works for non Apple products. Is the thing it is. So yeah, it looks like you're going to need Windows. Yeah, so I will not be able to use this. Damn it! And I was going to try and demo it as well, but maybe I'll have to download another software to pretend that I've got Windows. So there we go. That is at the moment. So there is a Mac solution for that, but you can download and play it around. Now the question is, we could see a lot of people use this for a lot of different things, and maybe some people could set up the whole videos or influencer shows, discovering Tetra. So we're going to see what sort of innovation comes. So basically, the idea is that anybody can interact with smart contracts on the blockchain and do all sorts of fancy things like set up their own sophisticated limit orders and all sorts of things. So we're going to wait to see what people come up with. Very, very cool. I will try and do something around this nevertheless, and hopefully we'll be covering that sooner than later. All right, so that is pretty cool news. So congratulations to Stu once again. And apparently there's a Tetra token, and that is now a farm on Emmett Farm. So go and check that out. If you do have Tetra tokens, you can go and pick that up. Now, should we have a look at the chart and see whether the chart's deck screen, see if we can find the old Tetra, see if the Tetra price moved from that. We shall see. A Tetra. Moved a little bit from the looks of it. We've got the Tetra Emmett, so it's the Emmett farm there, I guess. Tetra P. Is it Tetra P? I guess it is Tetra P. And that's up 17%. So it looks like we had a bit of a move there. I'm just trying to see which pool here. Tetra P Emmett and Tetra P Pulse. So Pulse is up 6%. Tetra Emmett there is up 17%. What does Fat Sammy say? Their main pool is on 2P Okay, I believe not visible on Deck Screener. All right. So that is, anyway, it's got some trading pools, but it is up on those peers. Now 2PX, I think I got that here. It's like 2 packs, is it? 2 packs? Or PX? 2PX or is it PX? PX? PX, is it? There's a balancer fork, right? Balancer fork. We got PX. Is it PPX? Is it what are we looking for? P Tetra? Was it P Tetra? Was it the one I was saying? P Tetra. There we go. Let's see, no, it's not coming up with anything on here. So is it on 2PX? Is that a different site? Anyway, so that is where we are right now. Not pulling up anything, but there is a pull on Emmett Farm. So we'll pull up Emmett Farm one more time. Since we've got a little bit of time, we can muck around a little bit. All right, so farms, and let's go. One thing that Karis may not be watching, but if he's watching, is to get a token filter, so you can just type in the token and pull it up. That'd be kind of neat too. Where are we going here? We're going to Tetra Emmett. Is it way down here somewhere? Where is it gone? Here it is here, guys. Tetra P Emmett. And the yield at the moment, APR is 131%, $3,700 in TVL right now. So there's still a bit of room there. And you can manage liquidity. And they have that feature on this. I don't know. But that is the Tetra there. Let's see. It might go to the pool. Let's see. Midgard. This goes to Midgard. So Midgard's Block Explorer. I think that might have a daily APR. So daily APR, 0.25% a day. Weekly, 1.6% of your capital back. So not bad at under 31%, is it? Monthly, 7.25% of your capital back in yield. So there we go. So that is it from. So shout out to Kairos and of course Stu there and Fat Sammy leading the pack there. SMO in house there. Good to see you, SMO. 2px.i. Yeah, I thought it was a different website. I don't have it up on this browser. Maybe I've got my other browser. 2px. There we go. I've got 2px on my other browser. Yeah. Launch app there. Pretty flash, isn't it? The old 2px. I understand. I do. All right, let's go. 2 pucks. Who launched this one, Fat Sammy? Was this? I remember it faintly, but I haven't really been on it much. Was it Coast Team? No, Coast did Tide, didn't they? Coast did Tide. Was it Fast Abdul? Was it Fast Abdul? I'm not sure. All right, so let's go. This has got a search token, right? So we got what are we going? P Tetra. No, it's not coming up either. Let me just type Tetra. There we go. Tetra 2P Alliance. I like that. 2P Pulse, Tetra, $1,000 in that one, and then Tetra gas station, Pulse and Tetra, 12K in that TVL. That one, 50% APR on that one. All right, so you got opportunity to 50% in here with a Pulse spread, or you can go on the Emmett Farms and what did we say? Get slightly higher, isn't it? Slightly 130%, or quite a bit of difference there. But of course, you have the different variables moving it around. Tetra Emmett 135% right now. So you got 2PX, Pulse, Rep Pulse, and Tetra. I don't know what the price of 2PX is at the moment. That's the play. All right. Let's go about PX there. Okay. You have to hit these things. Yeah, okay. That page is not found. That's great. That's 2PX, guys. 2PX. And it's app.2px.io. App.2px.io. So we'll post that in the chat there. Haven't checked it myself. Fast Abdul's thing. Yeah, okay. So I was right at Fast Abdul. I thought, because I had a faint memory that I'd seen it on Fast Abdul's profile, but maybe I'm wrong. Yes, that feature is there. Nice. Fast Abdul launched this. Yeah. I thought I had seen it on Fast Abdul's there as well. So he's got a balancer fork too, right? So it's presumably a balancer fork. And so there's 3 balancer forks then, if I'm right. Yeah, 3. Yeah, because the balancer fork has got multiple pairs, and it's also presumably it's got stable coins, which is what balancer fork is good for, right? A better curve there, more flatter curve between the stable coins. All right, so that's 2 PHUX there from Fast Abdul, and we are waiting for more from Fast Abdul with Vouch369. So kind of cool. That's the link there. All right, so that was a bit of fun. That was going down the rabbit hole. Anyone enjoy that? All right. That's pretty much it really at the moment. Yeah. The trial is out, so check it out, guys. 2PX is a farm made on top of PHUX. Okay, that's a farm made on top of PHUX there. Okay. So it's just an interface then. Yeah. Very cool. Thanks for the clarification. All right, so there we go. That is Tetra. Congratulations. Crowd goes wild. That deserves a clap, don't you think? I think so. Now, if it's going commercial in a month, at the end of January, then presumably maybe we don't have to wait for PUSD ALGO. Maybe PUSD ALGO can give us a roadmap update now. Now that the demo's out, why not? Nothing holding it back, really, is there? And so let's see if we get an update from PUSD ALGO. Obviously, Signum needs to launch. So at the moment, that's Stu said in a comment here that they'll get to that soon enough. Harry Labs says grab those Signum whale positions. He's in Telegram right now. So yeah. All right. So let's see what else we got in here. And see what else we got going on here. Congrats. Let's do a little reply on this there. Congrats, Stu. And what else? Scratch it and covered on a live show just now. Looking forward to commercial launch and Signum. All right, cool. So that is from the guys there. Now, Stu made quite a few other comments. I'm not going to read them all out. There's a few extra little bits and pieces there, but definitely very, very cool. Get into Telegram for Tetra, and you can read more about it. Do I have the Telegram? Let me go to pull the Telegram up there. If you want to get access to the Telegram on Tetra to ask more questions and all that sort of stuff, that is the handle there for Tetra. Bam, there it is. That's Tetra. If you want to get in there, ask some questions, talk about it. There's a lot of cool people in there right now asking questions, giving congrats and all that. All right, so how we're doing? An hour and 20 minutes. Not bad, right? Not bad. Are you guys enjoying? Hope you guys are all enjoying your New Year's. and everything like that. Will we see? Will we see some cool things? Frank White says it is the biggest PHUX voter. Cool tech, says Frank White, around 2PX, 2PHUX. PHUX, of course, is a balancer fork. We got two of them at least now on PulseChain. The other one is Tide, isn't it, from Coast, the fiat on-ramp stablecoin, CST. Now, someone did say that, someone said the other day, in fact, I didn't check it up today. I was going to, and they talked about, that was yesterday. They said CST was depegged. And I thought, oh, yeah, well, it can be partially depegged, I guess, but pretty sure it's typically, it is depegged. Oh, okay. Now, is Coast anything about that? Oh my God. All right, okay. Wow. So that is depegged. And that is, this is $1. So let's do the line for $1 on the old Coast. This is our fiat stablecoin. We got, like, what do we say? 11 million, 12 million, something like that. No, what am I saying? Yeah, 11, 12 million dollars. Now, most of these, I think most of the funds are not on PulseX, right? So they're on PHUX, if I remember rightly. We're back to PHUX again. All roads lead to PHUX balancer fork, which we don't talk about enough. So it's a good thing that we're talking about it today. But the reason why is because it's not on Dex Screener, right? So Dex Screener, it's Dex Screener plus these other balancer forks, kind of, I think, is captures most of the volume. Maybe some of the Dexes as well, but they're all routing through, aren't they? So, all right, so that's kind of cool. Well, we're up to, we got some Coast. Where's the CST? We can just type CST in. We got a filter by token. CST, CEST. Coast. Is that the top one or the bottom one? I don't know. Let's see if it renders. Coast stablecoin. It's got a pool value of 49,000. Frank White says Gecko terminal shows PHUX. I don't know if Tide shows yet. Okay. Geo terminal. We might have to pull that up on another show. They got Coast in here. Coast sitting in that one there. A little bit of Coast in some of these other little pools. But that is the PH Universe. Of course, the PH Universe team, they're the ones that send up the Tru2X, right? They did Tru2X, the big pool. But anyway, yeah, Coast is depegged, at least on here, on the old PulseX. So that's not great, especially at a depeg. I mean, it got depegged all the way down to 80 cents. Not great there. But that's probably a function of the liquidity pools being so small. All right, so that's kind of the play there. We'll keep a lookout for that. Fat Sammy says, yeah, Gecko Terminal is best for seeing all the LP pools for a project on PulseChain, in my opinion, says Fat Sammy. Yeah, we'll probably pull that up for, I'll have a look at it tomorrow. I'm not sure if I got it loaded on here. Geo, it's probably on my other browser, but I don't know if it's on there. All right, cool. So that is Coast. We'll keep a lookout for that. Now, Tru2X pool, of course, we've got 6 minutes to go, guys, in Tru2X. So we're ticking away. Day 50. Woohoo! We're on day 50 right now. It's about to finish. 6 minutes time. We've probably had next to nothing change, of course, on the old sacrifices. At the moment, it is a $5.80 for 10,000 points plus the volume rank bonus. We're about to cross over to day 51. It's going to jump from $5.80 to $6.16 for day 51. And then, of course, we only got a few days left in phase 2. And that's day 54. We finished 4th of January. And the rate will be $7.40. So what are we at the moment? It's $5.80 going to $7.40. What's $1.60 increase over the next couple of days. And then the volume rank bonus ends. So we're not far away from the volume rank bonus ending. And then we get into final phase, and that's when we expect the OA to come in and snap up the dominant supply. Now, how much? Somewhere between 85 and 95%, maybe? I don't know. Maybe 86, 87 has been a pretty popular percentage. So I guess you can just work it out with the old existing amount. We've got there 16.4. So it might take it up to 126 million. So maybe $109 million comes in. We'll see. We'll see how close that number is in terms of ETH. Let's see what happens. At the moment, we got 5.4 million. Is that from the PX team? That one we just saw with the balancer fork. It's one of their 4 projects, and they're leading the way there with the retail book. Taking a pretty juicy commission on the volume bonus. Of course, that did get pulled down a lot when we had a lot of all these other accounts come in. Recent, you've got about 11.9 million from Ethereum, 3.7 million from PulseChain, and interesting enough, we got BSC base chain after that, which is pretty interesting. All right, so that's going to play. 4 minutes to go, ticking over day 51, and yeah, let's see what happens with that in the future. LibertySwap leading the way with the old privacy today, massive deal, and let's see what the market does with that in the days and weeks ahead. At the moment, they're selling the price down a little bit since we started the live stream, so a little bit flat on the market. That's typically what we see from in the PulseChain investors. A very immature environment, but we are getting some better protocols coming up, and it's good to see. Tru2X doing really great. Obviously, Emmett doing great on the back of that. Vouch doing great on the back of that. Now we've got Tetra launched. Tetra should hopefully get a bit of pickup there. We'll be following that story, and obviously Peacock there on the back. We'll keep a look at that over the next week or two. The other one, of course, we're looking forward to is a Vouch 369, Signum Oracle, CoinWell, CoinNaki, and of course Coin Mafia launch soon, presumably. And so keep a lookout for all those coming up there, and maybe we might get an update from PUSD ALGO as well in the next couple of days if the beta version, testing version, is enough for them to give us an update. And of course, they've got to integrate Signum Oracle. Presumably, that's going to be a relatively easy thing to do. So we'll see where they get there. Maybe they also, if they change the tokenomics enough, maybe the collateral requirement is going to be a little bit different. We shall see. At the moment, I think the PUSD ALGO value is around about $300,000. So obviously, if ETH goes up to 6,000, then that's going to jump to 400,000, etc. So you guys know the number. It's kind of the play. What else we got going on here? Vets and Crypto in the house here. Big shout out to the Hero team. Happy New Year to you and all our crypto people watching the show. Thank you, Superman, for everything you do on the daily for the chain. You're a good man. Thank you. I appreciate that, Vets. Big shout out to you and the Hero team there. They've also got I think you guys got a partner thing in the Tru2X as well. So that'll be exciting to see that play out too. What else there? We got repost the show. Appreciate that, Vets. Thanks so much. We got you changed your name, Frank. We got Rank Fright. Happy New Year from the Polestart team. Appreciate the super sticker. Thank you so much, Frank. And onwards and upwards, 100%. So 2025 is just about to finish for everybody in a few hours, and 2026 will begin. Here in New Zealand, of course, it is 1 p.m., guys, in the afternoon on the 1st of January. It is Thursday. The weather outside, it's okay. It's okay. I can see blue sky. I can see blue sky. It's a little bit wet from here and there, but that's not too bad. We got Hero Community is a partner there on the Tru2DeFi. So they've referral. So if you want to go in on Tru2DeFi with Vets and Crypto for Tru2X, go check them out. He's probably got a referral code there. All right, that is kind of the play on the old PruvX. Richard Hart's been putting out a little bit of stuff there. He's put a few little comments. I think he had one about was it posted chart or something, and we might as well finish off with Richard, shall we? That's a good place to finish for the end of the year. So let's do that. I'm going to quickly check Fast Abdul first, see if he's got anything there. He did a party show earlier, so he did the show. But let's go to Richard Hart and finish off with Richard Hart. This seems fitting, doesn't it? The founder of PulseChain and Hex, after all. Let's see what his final comments. Now, we may see Richard, do some action. Maybe he'll do a video for New Year's. We don't know. He did one for Christmas. Maybe we might see a God mode candle, a little baby one. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. See what happens there. Anything is possible, but not everything is probable, as my grandfather would say. My grandfather would say, everything is possible, but not everything is probable. And boy, is that true. Is that true? Bets and Crypto referral code for Hero is IS-538. So if you do want to go in on the Hero partner card there for Tru2X, that is the referral code there. I guess it's 538 there. So a big shout out there to Bets and Crypto. show some support to the vets, military vets. That's Vets and Crypto Works supports. And that's what the hero token's all about, right? SMO in the house there, Tru2X to the moon. Hey, SMO, good to see you in the house. Yeah, we did some pretty some coverage earlier in the show on Tru2X. It really is been one of the shining lights on the old PulseChain, along with LibertySwap. LibertySwap and Tru2X there have been the shining lights. But we've got a few more beacons coming down the line, and it's going to be good. We want very cool investment protocols, and that will lift the PulseChain as well. Big shout out to the vets and hero. Brother surprised me with a huge. That was very nice. Nice one there, vets. Vet says the only thing it's guaranteed is death and taxes, my friends. Well, that's not true, Vets. For us Christians, Jesus is risen, and we look forward to meeting him for eternity. So, yeah, that's the way I look at it. Yeah, very, very cool. Jesus, death, and taxes. Well, we have to pay taxes, and then we have to have death, and then we get to see Jesus. That's kind of the play. Unless we're around at the second coming of Christ, of course, that'd be another story. We're looking forward to that. We'll come back with him for a holiday camp, holiday trip. Vets is in house there. 538. Yeah, 538 is the number there. SMO in house there. I smashed it. I smashed it, says SMO. I like it. True, Superman, says Vets. Absolutely true. Yeah. Nothing more powerful than the resurrection of Jesus Christ. And I spend a lot of time studying a lot of things around the resurrection. And it is just mind-boggling. Evidence for the cross goes right back to within months of the resurrection. And we're talking about early oral creeds in 1 Corinthians 15, verse 3 to 7. Absolutely amazing. Only Christianity has that, because all the rest are all false. And so, yeah, it's pretty amazing. Nice to learn this side of you, Superman. Thanks for sharing a personal insight. You're most welcome. All right, take care, everybody. Hope you guys enjoy it. Party, and spend great times with family and friends and all the good stuff. Go for some adventures. The new year is about to break for everybody. It's already here in New Zealand. Looking forward to 2026, and we'll leave 2025 behind. And yeah, next year, man. I mean, or 2026, the year we're in now. We've got so many good things: monetary policy, fiscal policy, economic policy, crypto policy. It's all in our favor. It's all, the wind is in our sails for this year and 27. It's going to be beautiful, guys. We do have a few little volatility challenges around, potential shutdowns, interest rates, the Supreme Court and emergency use of tariffs, the midterms, things like that. So we do have a few things there. But overall, those four big things that I said are just so bullish. So you got to feel pretty optimistic for 2026 and 2027. It's going to be fun times ahead. All right, take care, everybody. Catch you guys on tomorrow's show. It'll be the New Year's Eve. I said New Year's Eve show today. It'll be the New Year's show tomorrow. How about that? That's where everyone can enjoy. All right, take care, and I'll catch you guys on tomorrow's show. Really do appreciate it, and have enjoyed covering PulseChain and Hex and crypto for the last year in 2025. Has been really, really cool. But as you guys know, I've been streaming for 6 years in the Hex and PulseChain community, virtually every day, with a few days off, only a few days off. And it's been a lot of fun because, I love it. So catch you guys tomorrow. And don't forget to subscribe, hit the follow button. If you haven't joined Strategy Club, links in the video description as well. Just over $1 a day to join up to that. Get all the latest intel as well. Until then, guys, enjoy and sit in the old big chair after the big meals. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.